Hey everybody, Fatbird Finds here. This is Laura, one half of the Fatbird Finds duo of Laura and Mary Beth, and welcome to Fatbird Finds Crafting. Look at this wonderful ephemera sticker book. This was gifted to me for my birthday as Happy Mail from Angela of Dear Angela's Vintage. So check out her channel. I will try to remember to link it below. And it inspired me to do some Halloween crafting and do some ATCs. These papers right here that I'm showing you are from collagesoup.com. Those 3 or 4 pages there are their freebies for the week. I encourage you guys to go to that website and download those and print them. Aren't they adorable? And you can see some of these images are torn here. I saved kind of the large image off of the page, and then I tore up the background for collage material for the ATC cards. And then, so those inspired me, and then I just printed off some of the other ones that I had purchased that were in the same color or in the same, you know, had the same feeling to them. And I've added those to my collection too of digital printables for fall. Here's the little pieces that I've torn up. These are the backgrounds. I saved the guy here reading with the moon because I'm going to do a reading or a little book journal for my daughter. I'm excited to do that. But the rest of the whole page was great, you know, for the collage, and it matched all the other images that I was using. Always black and white is good, so I thought I would throw some black and white in there, kind of Beetlejuice-esque kind of stuff. And then those orange swirls I think are fantastic for Halloween or fall. Very pumpkin-y, very cute. This one was a haunted house. And I think altogether on the collagesoup.com, I had never been to their website. So altogether, I only spent about $6 and change. Like I said, those first pages were free. The rest of them, I got like 3 or 4 more books for 99 cents. Now, you can spend more than that. They have all different price ranges. But I think, you know, as they clearance some out, they do the 99 cents. And how perfect for a project like this, where you really just want a couple of different pages to add to stuff that you already have. So I was super excited about that. Like, I love the collagesoup.com books. I mean, yeah, the Collage Soup books. But I think that I really enjoyed those digitals much better because I could just print what I wanted. And in the books, it's the front and back. And now I'm doing a flip through of the sticker book itself. Oh, look at those circus images, and look at those formal, like, top hat kind of images. As we're flipping through here, you'll see lots of different mystical and Halloween kind of images. Today's video, I did more of the spooky Halloween kind of curiosity kind of images. And on the next video, the next installment, I want to go back and do a whole different masterboard with these purple and light green and mint green, pink, more ethereal kind of images, which I think will be fun as well for using this book, because there's lots of pages with fairies like this one, and gardens, fortune telling, that type of thing that's a little different from the spooky. So Angela, thank you so much for this beautiful book, and thanks for inspiring me to do another video. It's very nice when you have encouragement from your crafting buddies, right? I decided to use just black 12 by 12 cardstock for my background images for the ATC cards. That gives me plenty of stability, I feel like. This one has a really good weight to it, this black cardstock. So, yeah, this will work perfectly, obviously, with the colors and everything. It'll be great. And look at this, you guys. Just as I lay the images down here, they are really shaping up to look so good together. I'm getting very excited about this project. Now, full disclosure, you see that I'm laying out all these pieces. I've got the I've got the torn pieces to one side and then the cut pieces to the other. I'm just going to lay them down in a grid-like fashion. And you've seen this process before. I did speed up the video so that, you know, it didn't bore everyone with every little detail here of the grid placing. But still, you know, you get to see enough of it to get the idea. If you've never done ATCs before, you just kind of work it out, your own little system. I will full force admit that I tried something new on this one. It actually didn't turn out bad, but I would do it differently the next time. I ended up using these larger pieces, and oh my gosh, the master board itself, when I was done with it, is beautiful. Gorgeous. But when you cut it up into ATCs with those big pieces, sometimes they're kind of boring because sometimes you might get almost one whole piece of the same piece of paper, which is not the idea for the master board. So, although when this master board is finished by itself, it looks beautiful, I do think I made the mistake of making the pieces too large, and next time I won't do that. Also, when you have something directional, like this haunted house, I love it. It's super cool. But I did not keep that in mind when I made the cuts because, you know, typically you turn the cardstock over so that you're surprised by the outcome of your ATCs and you're not influenced on where to make your cuts by what you're looking at. It's the reveal. The reveal is part of the fun. But do keep in mind when you use directional paper like this, sometimes you are going to need to take that into consideration when you are making your cuts vertically or horizontally. Just remember to check that out. As it is, I did not remember to do that, so I just had to use the ATCs for some horizontally and then for some vertically, which is fine. That's totally fine, and that's a good way to solve that problem. So in case I haven't mentioned it before, ATC stands for Artist Trading Card. They are typically 2.5 by 3.5 inches, and that is what we're going to cut from this master board today. And it does make 12 cards. So we're continuing on here. We're filling in the bottom. I have sort of realized at this point that the larger pieces may not be working the best in the long run. So I think I have started using smaller pieces towards the bottom of the board, which you'll see when we do the cutting and do the reveal. I think this is looking terrific, though. I'm super pleased with these papers. And again, I encourage you to download the free ones, collagesoup.com, to go with some of your Halloween papers with your Halloween crafting. All right, here is the finished master board, you guys. And now for the magic, we're going to flip it over and cut our ATCs and have a big reveal. So we will do that coming right up. Doesn't it look great? Now here's where you need to get your trimmers out, because the most important part of this part of the process is to make yourself a really nice straight cut. You don't want to have to go back and be trimming up with your, with your wavy lines. So the trimmer is the most important tool here. Like I said, you're going to do 2.5 by 3.5 inches, and out of a 12 by 12 piece of paper, you'll have a little bit of extra to trim off, but you do end up with 12 really nice, ATC cards. I struggle with my trimmer sometimes, you guys, but look, I still got a good cut out of it. And like I said before, it's so much fun to do it from the back, and then you get a big reveal. Okay, you guys. So I've got the cards cut. I'm going to do the big reveal, and I'm standing here noticing that I did not, in fact, put my little torn pieces on top, which is what I meant to do, because these are going to be a little bit plain. So plan B, that's okay. Plan B, we're going to flip them, and these, we're going to put these on the individual cards. Not what I had intended, but let's just see what happens. Maybe we'll like this better. Who knows? Okay, here we go. Let's see what we've got here. Here's one. The little spooky house. 2, 3. That's kind of cool. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so let me make one more row here. Here we go. So, as a learning process, I am noticing that, see, I did the bigger pieces because I was going to put these little torn pieces on there as well. So, probably we're going to do another set of these. I had, like I told you at the beginning, I have the mystical ones. So I will learn from this experience. I will cut the pieces smaller and also put some of the torn pieces like this on there. And I'm going to go ahead and put them on before the last step. But I will also fix these with some torn pieces and show these to you again. Be right back. Okay, you guys, these are way better. Just a little bit of torn paper. Let me show you my pieces. I showed them to you at the beginning. These are little pieces that I've torn off of other sheets in my color scheme. And I saved like the big images. These are collage soup images again. I saved like a big image that I showed you at the beginning, and then I tore off the edges. But look at what a difference it makes. So I just love these. Look at this. So you can see the little piece of the skull in this one. Probably I will round the corners. We had 4 that went horizontal because of the house. I just thought those needed to be that way. And then the rest of them are vertical. Here's some with little pieces of pumpkins. So now these are not plain anymore. And now then, we can decorate these together. I just wanted to get the background good and finished so you guys didn't have to trudge through that part. And now we can play. This whole process is so much fun. I highly recommend, if you guys have never made the artist trading cards before or a master board before, that you go ahead and do that. It's just a fun way to sit back and enjoy your crafting and your gluing, and it's kind of mindless and just super relaxing. I had videos on, that I was watching, and that's why I've gone back to do the voiceover now, and it's just super fun. Look at this big fat pumpkin. He was so cute. I cut him out of the collage soup papers. So I've got my papers handy and I've got my stickers handy. I tried to do a good solid mix of the paper cutouts and the stickers, and I think they complemented each other super well. Again, my sticker book was gifted to me. This is the first sticker book that I've owned, and I really like it. It's really easy to search through the sticker books as opposed to just stacks of random stickers that you have to dig through. So yeah, that was just really fun. This little cat head I got from the collage papers, and I needed those bigger images to go along with my smaller sticker images. Also, when you're working with the stickers, you want to sometimes think outside the box and cut away some of the white around the stickers. And also, ink helps a lot in that respect. So I do ink around the edges when they look too white or too new. I think that big fat pumpkin and that cat with those big orange eyes are two of my favorite ones. They looked cute on everything. I love the process of trying out all the different backgrounds and putting all the face, all the focal images on all the backgrounds. It's just so much fun. He just looked good on everything. And yes, just the whole playful process here was very relaxing and enjoyable. I started thinking about it as I was putting down these images. I thought about when I was making my collage fodder from the magazine images. You know, when we used our paint pens and drew on the magazines and cut out flowers and blooms and buds and seed pods and that kind of thing to use with our collages. And I almost did that, but I had really gotten stuck looking at all the stickers and everything, so I'd spent plenty of time doing that kind of thing. So I was afraid to get mired down in making a whole nother set of images. But it did make me think about using the paint pens, like the white Jelly Roll pen and the black Posca marker and that kind of thing. And I thought, well, once I glue these on here, I can at least use the markers and the pens to embellish right on the cards instead of going back and making separate fodder. Because after all, I do have lots of good stuff to work with here, thanks to Angela. And I can save that magazine fodder for a time when I'm not as inspired by these images. So yeah, coming up here, I'm going to finish up putting these stickers on and then grab my paint pens and let's see what we can do to finish off the rest of these images. This is so much fun, you guys. So much fun. I highly recommend it. Okay, you guys, I'm so happy with the way that these turned out. And so now I've just got to do some finishing touches. So when I went away earlier, right before this in the video, I went to do some cutouts. I downloaded from Etsy because I even made a trip to Hobby Lobby, but my Hobby Lobby doesn't have those Tim Holtz sticker books and things. So I downloaded some phrases. It only cost like less than $2, so less than a pack of stickers would have cost. And I found some cool ghost and witches and spooky sayings. And then I also, while I was on there, of course, I looked at other things. I got a couple of other vintage Halloween downloads. And so look at these, you guys. I thought these were cool because they were teeny tiny, just the right size for ATCs. My only complaint is that they're either in a foreign language or on purpose they just are kind of nonsensical. They don't really say anything, which when I bought them, I thought maybe they did that until you downloaded them and then they put the real words in there. But no. But anyway, they're so tiny. I don't think that that's going to bother anybody. And they have such a cool vintage look. Okay, so for the sake of the length of the video, I went ahead and put those little bits and pieces on each one. So like here, I put this one. Isn't that cool? This one, I put this little one here in front of this guy and put black cats, etc. So now then, I am going to finish off these cards. Now, I'm super happy with them. And I think just, I don't know why, but because of the spooky vibe, I want to leave them squared off. I don't want to round the edges, round the corners. Most of the time I do like the way the rounded corners look. Like, here's one over here, hang on. My little vintage ones. I love the way that looks. Inked and then the corners rounded. I'm going to do some more of those. But, and these, instead of using the ink pad, I'm going to line around them with the Posca pen. I saw a video with Debbie, My Vagabond Style, and she was crafting with Laura, the half-assed crafter. But anyway, they did really cool mod-looking ATCs, and they trimmed them with this, and it looked really cute. And they trimmed some of the elements out also, or outlined them, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you a little bit of it as I go, and then we'll come back and do a reveal of all the cards. I hope you like them as much as I do. Here we go. I started out by picking up each card and trying to do them like that, closer to the camera, but then I decided, oh my gosh, even sped up, that takes way too long. So I got smart and I got my gluing scrapbook out. I use this great big catalog. It makes a great, you know, throwaway pages for gluing and for painting and marking like that. So I got that out and the process went much faster. And you guys, these are a game changer. These Posca pen outlines on the ATCs. I love it so much. And I also love the fact that with the spooky theme, the crooked lines and like where you mess up, you can see me mess up with the marker a little bit and get outside the edges. It doesn't make any difference. It just makes it look spookier. So I do love that so much. I decided to go ahead and show you a little bit of the rest of the process here. With the doodling and everything, you saw the outline, so I got the outlines done, let those dry, and then I went back with the smaller, like Sharpie felt tip pen. I actually was looking for one a little bit bigger. I couldn't find my in-between size Sharpie, but this one did just fine, actually. And I decided that these would really benefit from tracing around the images, outlining the images, especially the stickers. It would help take away some of the white when I didn't cut the edges away, define it a little bit. You know, sometimes you want them to blend in, but a lot of times that outline really helps. And I was surprised. I started doing it and I really couldn't stop. It looked good. In this particular set of cards, it looked good on everything. It looked good on these little word labels. It looked especially good on those because they were sort of plain, just glued on there. They really needed the outline a lot. It looked really good to outline the stickers, and it looked really good to outline some of those large focal point images. And so I just really went to town. I think I did almost every single one because it looked so good. And then also, once I got finished with the Sharpie pen, I decided to try my hand with the white highlights. See all the white in those dogs and cat faces? So that inspired me to get my Jelly Roll pen out and try my hand at the white. I'm finishing up here though. I decided to finish up all the cards and I can't really even choose a favorite anymore at this point. They're all so much fun. This one though might be my favorite. I feel like he even needs a name. How about if you've made it this far in the video, comment below and name my adorable Halloween cat card here that says Moonlight Night. Maybe you could give my cat a Halloween name. He's just awesome. Okay, and then did you see where I outlined some of the patterns on the background paper? I thought that was fun too, the orange swirly paper. And then here is the white highlight. And look at that, you guys. Doesn't that look great? Of course, you know, I'm not going to get carried away, but just the sketchy whiskers here. And just the sketchier the outline can be, the better. But I think that these end up looking terrific. I decided to hold myself back with the white, just simply because I'm not an artist per se. So some of my highlighting is not skilled. Just like that. On that sticker that didn't look good. But I do know how to fix some of it. I went back with my sponge dauber with the ink and blended that in, and now I think that looks good. But after I did that, I was like, I'm really happy with these. I don't want to ruin them, so I just want to be as light-handed as I can be with that. Y'all, sorry my one fingernail there is gone. My fingernails are so strong that they break way off. When they break way down in the quick, like halfway down my nail. But anyway, I did do him. I was careful with Luna there. And I think that wraps up my doodling. I might be finished. So you guys, here's the finished product. What do you think? I mean, I had so much fun doing these. I can't wait to do it again. Don't forget, my dear Angela's Vintage sent me this friend mail that inspired these. And so grab this book if you like the stickers. And don't forget, I'm going to do a part 2, and I'm going to do the mystical theme with the purples, more purples and pinks, and like fortune-telling cards, and this kind of vibe, fairies and things. So tune back in for that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I love the outlining, and I hope you got some good tips. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified about upcoming videos. And yeah, stay tuned to see what Fatbird finds next. Happy crafting, everybody, and happy Halloween. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.